Hey everybody, Maddox here. Welcome back to the Poke Historian. We're doing another one of my fireside chat videos, and I just wanted to discuss this Pokemon market boom a little bit more and kind of like give some thoughts about where we are and where I think we're going, and just some of the chatter I see online about this bull market. So a lot of what I'm seeing online right now and from people in the community is like everyone seems to be so confident to think that this bull market is going to continue for another 6 months, another year, another 2 years. And I will acknowledge that I think that is a possibility. It's certainly something that could happen, but I'm not fully convinced. As I've discussed in my previous videos, we've been through this before where Pokemon was very hard to get. And of course, Pokemon announced that they were reprinting and they were able to address the demand of the COVID hype. And in this situation, we have something very similar going on where Pokemon has announced a couple times now that they're not only reprinting Prismatic, but they're reprinting Surging Sparks and Twilight Masquerade and other popular sets. So like they're in the process of these reprints going on, but it's not like an overnight thing that can happen. It takes them a while to get these reprints online and like out to the public. Some people say the reprints are already hitting the shelves now, and to that extent they might be a little bit, but I mean, we're just in the beginning of this reprint, if it is officially even started, which I'm not even 100% sure of that. And then the other thing is, like, as far as demand goes, like, in order for this boom run to continue, that means that this demand has continued to be white hot. So if you're saying this is going to go on for another year, this means that for another year, people have to continue to be obsessed with Pokemon, and there is nothing else out there that they might want to buy that might shift their attention away to be spending their dollars on something else. And the way people act these days, people are a lot of them are very short-term thinkers, and a lot of them have very short attention spans. And it's not even really their fault. It's just kind of the way our society is, unfortunately. It's just a very kind of like dispensable society we live in right now, where people watch like quick things online like TikTok or YouTube shorts, and like they watch it and then they're on to the next thing. And you can't tell me that in a society where people are just so kind of just one and done, on to the next thing, that they are going to stay laser focused on Pokemon for like the next year or so. Like, it could happen. I mean, what do I know? I mean, these are just my thoughts, but I'm just not totally convinced that our society is structured that way anymore. I think that it's very possible. All it takes is just something else to come along that's interesting, and then people are off to the races, might be spending their money on something else. And not only that, we're assuming the economy continues to do well. And of course, right now we're in kind of an uncertain time with these tariffs and everything, where we're not exactly sure whether or not this is going to work out, whether they're going to be repealed. All the government departments that are losing people and jobs and stuff like that. I mean, we're not really sure where this is going right now. And I think if that went poorly and it went south, then that could also affect the Pokemon market. And we don't really know if that's going to be the case or not. Maybe everything will turn out more positively and the stock market will recover, but we can't really say right now. So with these factors in mind, like, I don't know. I can see a few things in there that could derail this bull market fairly easily. You know, just the fact that we have increased supply, we could have a lack of demand, lack of attention, or just like changing economic conditions that could affect like demand. Like I said, like with the whole tariffs issue and things like that going on. And I'm not saying it will, because I really don't know, but I can see things. I can see different like ways this path can go where the bull market can get derailed. So just wanted to give some thoughts on that and just give you my analysis. These people that are saying that they're so certain this is going to continue, I don't know if I would necessarily believe exactly everything they're telling you. What I would advise you do, though, it's still possible that it continues. So if there's something you want, and you really want it and you're worried you're not going to be able to get it again, I would say, for example, like let's use Destined Rivals. Say you really want a booster box, or maybe you want multiple booster boxes of Destined Rivals. I don't think there's any harm in just picking one up from like a scalper if you have to, because again, there is some level of uncertainty. And then if the boxes end up going down, then of course you could always buy more, like when the price goes down, and address the situation that way, where you just don't over leverage yourself right now. Just get a few things here and there that you like and that you really want, but just don't overdo it right now. That's how I would approach this, because like I said, I could be wrong, but if I'm not wrong and I'm right, then you also don't want to get in a situation where you buy a whole bunch of stuff right now where maybe in a year's time or less, you could get it for the same price or a little bit lower or substantially lower. I mean, we just don't know. And some of these sets, they're in reprint for a long time, especially like a lot of the specialty sets. Like remember, like Crown Zenith came out, and that set was available for like 2 years, where you could just go and like you could just find it. It was always out there, and there was just so much of that product printed where everyone was able to get their piece of it for a while. And it came out around the same time of year that Prismatic came out. So it is possible that at some point, we just get so much Prismatic, or maybe demand dies off, that like it's going to be available. You're going to be able to get it at some point. But only time will tell. We'll just have to see. These are just some thoughts I was having. I don't want to see everybody like go in there and just like panic buy everything. Like there's no need to panic about this stuff. Pokemon's fun. It's fun to open the cards. It's fun to maybe have a couple sealed products, and even investing in it, pretty cool too. Like the funny stuff with the Pokemon investing is that it really does see a good return on investment over time. It's kind of ridiculous. But this, in my opinion, the time we're in right now is not the time to overdo it. Get a couple things you want. Maybe get a box together, Journey Together if it's a set you really want to collect. Get some of the singles that you really want. But, just don't overdo it right now. That's the final thought I have for you. Anyways, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.